Hello everyone, welcome back to 60 Seconds. This seems to be a game that you guys like to watch, so I'm gonna give you what you want. That's all I need, a little feedback and you guys can see what you want to see. Go with Apocalypse, Ted, and the Fat Man. Ted the Fat Man, you know. Okay, I need to start as far away from the shelter as possible. Chase Dolores. Right here, grab the radio, grab the flashlight, grab ammunition, we'll grab some soup. Throw it in the shelter. Oh god. Too far. Scout book. Water. Soup. Soup. Okay. It's half of our time. Timmy's not in here. Oh god. Gun. Wife. Shelter. Okay, the gun is a big... Oh no, the suitcase is a big thing. We can give some soup. Okay. We just need our kids. Timmy. Get in there. Come on. I made it. I made it. I'm home free. Everyone survived this time. We have no deaths. And we got an achievement for collecting 10 soup cans from our house. And scavenge each item at least once. Okay, we're not doing well on water. But you know what? That's okay. All of us made it into the shelter just a second before the blast. That was a close one. As long as we're all together, we can make it work down here. We remember hearing canned soup is healthy for you. Our shelter used to be fully stocked, but somehow we always found a better way to use the stock supplies instead of leaving them for an emergency. Once we had a soup dinner party. Another time we needed a rifle to help our neighborhood watch in a vicious fight against raccoons. Luckily, some of the supplies were left untouched. Hey, look what we found in the suitcases we grabbed upstairs. A glad thing we didn't unpack our holiday luggage. Where did you take your holiday to? Our shelves are full of cans. We'll eat from cans. We'll sleep on cans. We'll even talk to cans. Some of us already do. There's barely enough water for everyone. We'll have to ration it strictly. This is the best stocked shelter we've ever seen. We've never seen another one, but we're sure this is a good amount of supplies. Nobody gets anything yet. 1 minute was fine, and the next we were at each other's throats. How did this happen? It's insane. We need to get a grip on ourselves if we're gonna survive. Let's just sleep on it. Look, if you're feeling grouchy, try a nap. We stopped arguing, but for how long? Ted seems to be doing alright, even though the world's gone to a crappy place. Mary Jane says she's fine and doesn't need anything. Life is hard for all of us right now, but Dolores is in a good mood today. We hope it'll stay this way. Timmy is good, well, at least he was 5 minutes ago. Better ask again. We don't have a med kit. It's still irradiated. Oh, it's our drawings. We stopped arguing, but for how long? Oh. We're not big fans of the strange smelling shelter, but when we started to smell something burning, we quickly realized how much we prefer nothing is on fire scent it had before. A fire! We need to put it out and save supplies. What do we save? I'm gonna try to go for the rescued option this time. Okay, a little bit of fire damage. We need our source of information. We went for the radio first and we were able to grab it before it was engulfed by flames. Unfortunately, our other supplies weren't so lucky. We need to evaluate our losses. 1 book. Ted is really thirsty. We should get Mary Jane something to drink. Water is all Dolores wants. How about getting Timmy something to drink? Okay. Contamination of our town is still strong. Scavenging in these conditions could result in radiation sickness. Surviving down here is no walk in the park. It won't get easier. We're hopeful this will blow over soon and life will be back to what it used to be. Or else else we might face dangers we've never even dreamt of. I've played Fallout. I know how it can be. Those rad roaches, man, they'll get you every time. It's easy to feel a bit down when living underground like this. No sunshine, no sky. We need to get rid of that pessimism and try to bring some cheerfulness into our lives. Ted isn't thirsty. Mary Jane is no longer thirsty. Dolores and Timmy are no longer thirsty. Area is still irradiated. Going to the wasteland now is unsafe. Unless you don't mind getting sick. I do mind. There we were, thinking it was a day like any other down here, when Mary Jane confronted us. She said it's her birthday, but she doesn't want a gift. Not in this situation. Not in this economy. Well, she's too young to be giving orders around here, so she's getting a birthday present, and that's that. What's she gonna do with bug spray? Okay, we still have it. Kids these days are all about those spray deodorants. The anti-bug spray probably works the same way. Mary Jane was so excited. There isn't anything new bothering her, so that's good. Timmy is being very brave. Cat made a noise. Ted is vigor enough to withstand the hazards of the wasteland. But you can barely breathe in this damn shelter. The last couple of hours, the situation has been getting noticeably worse. There might be something wrong with the ventilation system. Maybe it's stuck? We use the bug spray, so if I remember right, it's bugs. It's stuck because of bugs. We decided to spray the hell out of that vent just to be on the safe side. Turned out it was the right thing to do. A couple of mutated insects fell out, followed by a gust of fresh air. Yes. Ted is really thirsty. We should get Mary Jane something to drink. They all want water. The contamination of our town is still strong. We need water. Today we met a bunch of people dressed in what looked like Halloween doctor outfits. They claimed to be a field hospital moving from place to place and attempting to help those hurt by the hazards of the wasteland. Their problem is some of their supplies got eaten by something that looked like a Sasquatch. They're asking if we have any spare hydrogen peroxide. We don't even have a drop to drink, my friend. Don't drink hydrogen peroxide, but ramen. What is this scam? They're not even real doctors. No, we're giving those crooks anything. Okay, they're all hungry. Ted, you're taking the gas mask and you're gonna find some water. Some drinks. I dropped some. I got it. Everything's good. Ted will survive. I believe in him. Ted left for the surface. We hope he'll be back soon. He brought a gas mask for his radiation. Nobody needs anything. We heard something about supply drops on the radio. This just might be what we need to survive. And it's supposed to happen near our house. Well, the gas mask's gone. It was too dangerous out there without any protection, so we decided to stay indoors and listen to the radio. The static is so relaxing. Mary Jane is very thirsty and has to drink something. Dolores can't remain this thirsty for long. Timmy prefers apple juice, but we should get him some water. What's that sound? A galloping horse? We rushed to the door and greeted by two men looked like they've come from a medieval fair. We identified the source of the sound. One of them was holding them two rocks and hitting them against each other constantly, while the other was skipping and pretending to be a rider. They said they were looking for some antique cup, but they'd got lost and be grateful if we could let them check our map. We don't have a map. I have no sponsors, don't think. Anything you see. Although we tried to decline politely, the guests were clearly offended. They galloped away, waving their wooden swords and screaming something about cutting down shrubberies. Absolutely crazy. Mary Jane keeps fainting. We need to find her something to drink. We ran out of songs, short poems you remember from school. We ran out of songs, short poems you remember from school, and funny silent movie quotes. We decided we'd just step away from going insane. We have to do something, or else we might start thinking about the virtues of a welfare state. Imagine that. What do we do? Play spin the rifle. Okay, the rifle is not broken. That's good. Man's second nature to hunt. We went to see if there's anything worth hunting outside. We ran into this nice-looking man, so we started yelling loudly and waving our gun at him. He probably misunderstood this universal gesture of peace because he fled before we could talk. But he left 2 cans of soup behind. You're all getting soup. We were about to finish our dinner, if you can call it that, when we heard someone knocking on the door. Okay. You can have some ammunition. Give us some water. Wow, that was a short game. Our visitors were happy to have some rations. Found the house walls painted with bizarre symbols and profanities. The shelter's trapdoor was locked and the sign above it. Marlin rules here. Damn you, Marlin. Damn you to hell. When Mary Jane found out she was not getting a single drop of water, seriously terrified. If we only had a few drops of water, we could have avoided what happened. Dolores died of dehydration. Okay. You were driven away. Okay, that was a very short one. So... Hey, the tank. We're gonna do a new game. Apocalypse Sarbomba. This may be another short one, but I just want to see how bad it is. Yes, I know about water. Come with me. Anything else I can grab on the way there? Gosh, stop crashing into stuff, Ted. Ted, you are a man of running into many things. You know, Dolores, you could help me by grabbing some stuff. We are both caretakers in this household. Need that soup. And not enough space for the rifle. Scout handbook. Water. Timmy. Okay, that's all the family members in. First aid. That's not what I wanted. I wanted the bug spray. Oh well. That's gonna have to do. I think I got enough stuff. We collected 10 water bottles this time. Did I grab any soup? I don't remember. Day 1. 1 can of soup. All of us made it into the shelter with just a second before the blast. That was a close one. As long as we're all together, we can make it work down here. We remember hearing canned soup is healthy for you. We don't have much food, but no one's complaining. Yet. But even canned soup might become an extravagant dish quite soon. Plenty of water means we won't have to worry about that for some time. Being safe down here is much better than being pulverized out there. But that doesn't mean we don't have to want to go outside. Maybe we could take a walk soon. The neighborhood is probably much more peaceful since the bombings. Probably, you know, you have it right there. Absolutely correct. Look at us, happy family. Still, it's better to be safe down here than dead up there. There's nothing going on with Ted. Mary Jane didn't cause any trouble today. Today was relatively calm for Dolores. No news is good news. Our neighborhood is highly radioactive. Wouldn't you know it, dear Mary Jane keeps a diary. No, we're not going to read her diary out loud. Ah, well. Mary Jane thanked us for respecting her privacy. Then she ripped out and tore all the pages, set them on fire, stomped on them, and fed them to a mutated rat outside. A bit excessive, but we still feel better now that that's been dealt with. We still wonder what she wrote about us, though. They need water. They're asking for water. The contamination of our town is still strong. Could result in radiation sickness. They're coming from the goddamn walls! They're driving us crazy. Is something crawling around in the air vents? Relax. Take a deep breath. Let's play checkers. Checkers. Don't need to worry about the noises. Having some fun made us forget about whatever that was. Whatever kind of sounds may have been happening. Time to ration supplies. Our neighborhood is still highly radioactive. We decided to have some fun and play a game or two. The first one was picking the game we are still going to play. And that took us most of the day, and we still haven't made up our minds. Play checkers. We play catch the harmonica. Play explore the health kit. We thought playing the silent game would be a good idea. The silence was too annoying and we quickly stopped. Ted said there's no need to worry about him. Good. It looks like the area is still irradiated. Going to the wasteland right now is unsafe. Okay, just chill out. There's no need to open the door, there's no need to get out. We're fine. Everything's fine. Keeping the door closed is the right thing to do, but the tensions are rising in our tiny shelter. If Ted doesn't drink anything, he won't last long. Everybody needs water, but he needs a sippy sip. The contamination of our town is still strong. It's very difficult to prepare for unforeseen consequences when you don't see them coming. Well, they are unforeseen by definition, so that doesn't make a lot of sense. We can't stay prepared for what happened. We can't say we are prepared. We were, are, is. We be prepared. Fond memories are one thing, but we need to be ready for harsh reality that awaits us. They are hungry, but not thirsty. 1 can of soup. Our neighborhood is highly radioactive. Yeah, just sleep on it. Just don't get at each other's throats. Don't be angry. Don't be upsetty spaghetti. Just gotta chill. We're done fighting, but for how long? Ted isn't hungry. Nobody's hungry. That's good. We're all surviving. Our hood is highly radioactive. It's been a while since we showered. No, we don't need to waste our supplies on smells. We should have wasted our supplies on smells. What the hell? The world has ended. Who cares about showering? We can get used to it. Adapting shouldn't be hard. It's not like a camping trip. Oh. It will. Oh no. That smell is just terrible. Don't puke. Don't. All Ted wishes for are some water. Alright, let's just see how this goes. The area is still irradiated. Ever since we jumped into our Fallout shelter, we've been wondering about that other door in the shelter. Could it even be here? Where does it lead? It's high time we checked it out. How about no? Can you guys get over the smell? Weak stomachs. Some things are better left untouched and unknown. Whatever's behind that door will have to stay there. We also stack some of our furniture against it, just to be sure no one and nothing comes through them. Ted keeps coughing and coughing. There's enough food to go around. Even Ted has nothing to eat. He will survive. Our neighborhood is still highly radioactive. The other day we heard a quiet knock on the door. We found a suitcase on the doorstep. There was no one around. Yes, yes. See what's inside. Who is our mysterious benefactor? Flashlight? We were hoping it would be a bouquet of beautiful flowers. Or maybe a box of fine Belgian chocolates, but apparently you can't have it all. We We'll put those items to good use anyway. One flashlight. There isn't enough food to go around. Okay, Ted. You're going out. It's been a while. We don't know much what's happening on the surface. They say ignorance is bliss. Another day without any clue what's going on might not necessarily kill us. Ugh. Okay. Ted? Bring back everything you can. Hands full, baskets full, suitcase full. Day 13. Ted left for the surface. We hope he'll be back soon. Mary Jane isn't looking very good. She hasn't eaten in a while. Dolores' health has not improved. Okay, everybody gets some water. As long as we have food and water, we can stay locked in, but we'll have to leave eventually. It would be good to head straight to safety instead of getting ourselves into more trouble. If that's even possible in this situation. Our hope is that our brave soldiers will come to rescue us and take us to some well-hidden, well-stocked government shelter. Timmy had comics about those, so you know they must exist. All we need to do is make contact with the military. If only we could. Is there something we need to do? If there is one thing we need to do, it's to use a radio on a regular basis to catch any emergency broadcasts that might be transmitted in our area. It's either that, or it's strolling around outside waiting to get picked up. The first option sounds a bit more sane. Ugh. Thought that phone calls were a thing of the past. Go, Dolores, go. Snoring? When we answered the phone, we clearly heard a gasp of relief from the caller. They introduced themselves as survivors from a nearby town of Hill Valley. We started exchanging information when the call was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on their side. We sure hope they will get back to us. Have some water. This is terrible. We can't sleep. Having problems with sleeping ever since we got down here. Now it's worse than ever. If we don't deal with this problem, it won't be able to cope with any other challenges that weigh us outside these thin shelter doors. I think we're screwed no matter what. We might be screwed. Day 16. Bravely ignoring our symptoms, we tried to get at least an hour or two of sleep. No luck. We are more tired than we were. There are other problems we need to face soon. Let's just hope our yawning will be enough to scare raiders away and save us from radiation sickness. Yeah, we don't have food. Hey, they want a map? We don't have a map. It was the people with the galloping horse. Rocks. Galloping horse rocks. I'll use these 2 containers. Well, we did it again. We couldn't contain our laughter, and our guests took offense. They ran off shouting that our ancestors were... Your ancestors are rodents and smell like forest fruits! How rude. We found access to our house restricted by concrete barriers and a small platoon of heavily armed soldiers patrolling the area around it. We thought that was our ticket out of here, but they just took everything we had and chased us off into the wasteland. Guess we'll be hunter-gatherers now, like in the good old Stone Age days. We couldn't spare any food for Mary Jane, and eventually she reached the boiling point where her stare was enough to kill. She left without a word, but we knew she would probably become a highwaywoman and get all the food cans she would ever need. Dolores bravely faced hunger. However, eating is a habit that is hard to shake off. She couldn't take it anymore. Hunger drove Timmy insane. When he realized he won't be able to provide for him, he snuck out and never returned. Of all places we could have perished, this is probably the best one. Or maybe not. 18 days in the shelter. Well, we did something. We were driven away. Okay. So I may continue to try to play this game. I also may get 60 parsecs, which is the space version of this game. I don't have that. I've never played it. I've watched it played one time. So if that's something you want to see, why not like this video, leave a comment, you know, do all those things that make a YouTube channel great, because I can only do a small part. The rest is up to you. Bye-bye.